Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in this video we are going to do some more IELTS writing task 2 essay checking. Let's check it out. Of course, as always, we start by reading the question. Employers who? Oh, hold on. Employers should give holidays of at least 1 month to employees to encourage them to perform better at the workplace. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay, so subject is work, workers' benefits or incentivization to work better. So should we give employees at least 1 month of holidays to help them or to encourage them to perform better? Not to help them, not because it's fair, not because it's right, not because we want our employees to be happy, but will that make them work better? To what extent do you agree or disagree? So the structure here is pretty straightforward. To what extent do you agree or disagree? We want an introduction, some simple background information about the theme, some reference to the question of whether we should or whether it is helpful or not to give employees 1 month holidays, at least 1 month holidays. And also I want to see the candidate's position. I want to know if they agree or disagree in the introduction. If they agree with this, then body paragraph 1 will be reason 1 why they agree. Body paragraph 2 will be reason 2 why they agree. And then conclusion will be a summary of the main points plus perhaps some reflective comment. Let's see if that's what we get. So just looking at the balance, the introduction looks very short. It looks like it's just 1 sentence. Oh, it's 2 sentences, but it looks very short. The body paragraphs look quite long, and then the conclusion is quite short. I don't know how many words this is. I guess about 300, maybe a little more. 344. So already, to me, that's quite a large word count. So we know that you should write at least 250 words. I think aim for 300, but if you're writing 344, probably that's the first sign that you're not doing this task perfectly and you should work on it before sending it to me. But okay. Let's check this out. So the balance looks a little bit strange with this very short conclusion. It is believed that giving holidays for at least 1 month, holidays of at least 1 month, to who? To who? Is highly beneficial. Highly beneficial is a nice collocation. Cool. Is highly beneficial for performance at the workplace. But again, performance of who? Staff, workers. I completely agree. Feels fine for speech, but I don't know in an academic essay. In this essay, I will demonstrate why I agree with this is better than I completely agree. So we want a thesis statement, what the essay will talk about, not just the candidate's position, but what the essay will discuss. I completely agree with this suggestion. Is it a suggestion? Kind of is a suggestion, kind of. And this essay will fully explain my agreement with this pattern. Pattern? No, that's the wrong word here. Don't know what pattern means here. So, okay, a little bit personal language, not very academic in style, but we get some reference to the question and we understand the candidate's position. Some background information I think would set the essay up better, but okay. So the candidate completely agrees that we should give at least 1 month holidays. Let's see if we get reasons and justifications for that in body paragraph 1. There are some plausible reasons why this approach should be taken into account. I don't like it when paragraphs start like this. In the first sentence of the paragraph, I want to know what your main idea is. That's what we call a topic sentence. From reading the first paragraph, I want to know the main idea of this paragraph. The first reason why employers should do this is la 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 la. That's what I want to see. There are some plausible reasons. Of course, there are plausible reasons. That's why you agree. So this is already accepted. We already take this as being true if you agree. But okay, let's see. Firstly, good signposting language. Firstly, if employees have a longer holiday than usual, well, we're not talking about comparative, right? This is, they should give holidays of at least 1 month. And here have a longer holiday than usual. So that's not what the question is talking about. So we lose points for coherence here. They can spend as much time as possible with their family. Cool. Great, but can you show how that will help them to perform better at the workplace? So we need to link that now. They will spend time with their family, and if they do that, they will become more productive. Let's see. For example, after a stressful period of working in a company, an individual can travel to some stunningly beautiful destination. Okay, this vocab, while stunningly beautiful is nice, it isn't appropriate here. We are not writing a pamphlet for a tourist destination, and we don't want to use overly descriptive, colourful language. This is an academic essay. Such as a beach or an island with their family members to ease such pressure, thereby creating a positive energy to continue at work. So all of this is just saying what stressed workers can do if they have 1 month of holiday. But I don't know if they've really explained how this will make them more productive. It says thereby creating a positive energy to continue at work, but it's not really well explained how this positive, or how this give them a long holiday, they will go to the beach, they will see stunningly beautiful scenes, and then there will be a positive energy at work, and how that links to performing better. So it's not really well explained. Secondly, okay, we're doing a lot here. We have a firstly here, we have a secondly here, which is good signposting language, but I think probably that should be the next paragraph, right? Because then we get a moreover here. So I don't know about this organizing of information. Body paragraph 1, firstly, secondly, and then body paragraph 2, moreover. Seems a bit strange, like too many ideas. When you're preparing, when you're planning this work, just think of it like this: introduction, general information about the subject, a reference to the question, state your position or say what the essay will talk about, then reason 1 why it's good to give workers at least 1 month holiday and how it will make them more productive. Next paragraph, reason 2, and then the conclusion. So it seems like the candidate is doing too much here. Secondly, a long holiday is a perfect time, is maybe the perfect time, but okay. Maybe a perfect time is fine. A perfect time for learning or exploring new fields. I don't know what it means here to explore new fields. I know, field as in, an academic field or something like this, but I don't know if field is the right word here. It's a perfect time for learning or exploring new fields, which might probably. So we don't use might probably. We can use will probably or might, but not might probably, which might probably be effective in the future. In fact, employees will have an opportunity to expand their horizons. So employees is the subject, right? Employees will have an opportunity to expand their horizons by equipping them. Well, who is the them here? Because we have the subject here, but I don't know equipping them if employees can double as both the subject and the object. So grammatically that sounds strange. Employees will have an opportunity to expand their horizons by equipping themselves, perhaps. If the subject and object is the same, then we use this reflexive pronoun. By equipping themselves with valuable knowledge from different fields. Okay. As a result, they will perform more creatively. Well, why creatively? More efficiently. They will be more productive, but I don't know why more creatively. Maybe you make the point because this learning information from different fields, that allows them to approach a task in a different way. But I'm not sure if creatively is really the right term here. And this can increase productivity as well as their contribution. Okay, but you have to explain how. How can this increase their productivity? We want to explain that better. So there's a lot of, I don't know, vague language, not exact explanations of how this increases productivity. But okay. From body paragraph 1, I get the main idea, right? The candidate here thinks that if we give employees longer holidays, they can relax at the beach, and then when they come back, they will be positive. And also, if they have longer time off, they can spend this time learning, and this will make them better workers. I understand that main idea. I don't think it's very well explained, and I certainly think the second idea isn't very good, simply because when we give people holidays, we don't expect them to do training. We don't expect them, here you go, here's 1 month holiday. Most people are not going to use this time to study and learn new skills in their job. The purpose of a holiday is to switch off and to stop thinking about your job. So I'm not sure that the second point in body paragraph 1 is well explained. Okay, so I've mentioned the structure is strange, right? Because we get first point here, which really could be a paragraph, and then we get second point here, and what are we going to have now? A third point? Moreover, okay, when an individual experiences a long-lasting holiday, I don't know, experience a long-lasting holiday? Just sounds odd. Experience, like trying too hard to paraphrase. Just sounds a bit strange. He or she can husband. He or she can husband. Don't know what that means. And improve their strength, which has been undermined by a colossal workload. Again, it's too emotive in the language. A colossal workload. It's very descriptive. We'd expect that in literature or poetry or things like this, not really in academia. And again, the strength has been undermined by a colossal workload. It's so poetic in nature. It's beautiful. It's a very nice phrase. I like it, but it's not academic. Therefore, employees will have a strong possibility to avoid serious health problems related to work, and they can maintain an impressive performance. Yeah, it's not persuasive as an argument. But I kind of get the idea. The point that they're making is that give them a long holiday, then because they've been stressed by their heavy workload, then they can relax and they will avoid health problems with that. Okay, which is essential in the long run. What is this which talking about here? Which is talking about an impressive performance? An impressive performance is essential in the long run, or the whole clause will have a strong possibility to avoid. Yeah, maybe the which is talking about all of this, which is essential in the long run. But essential for what? Or it's not immediately clear. So which to refer to the whole clause is good, but which is essential in the long run just feels, like it's all right language, but it's not persuasive. In terms of the task response, it's quite weak. Another reason. Oh, we're going to get to 4 reasons now? So good, signposting language, another reason, helping us to move on. But now we are already on the 4th reason. Now I feel like the candidate hasn't done a great job of really explaining their positions. And I think part of that is because they're trying to do too much. So we get 4 reasons in this essay about why employers should give holidays of at least 1 month to employees. And for me, 4 reasons is too much. 4 reasons is too much. 2 reasons, that's fine. That's enough. Paragraph 1, body paragraph 1, reason 1, body paragraph 2, reason 2. Another reason why giving a 1 month holiday is totally positive. Again, totally positive. Sounds a bit informal, not very academic. is its ability to create a satisfactory life. With the existence of such a long-lasting holiday, employees, I mean, I don't know if 1 month holiday is really going to be fundamental in giving someone a satisfactory life. With the existence of such a long holiday, employees could find life more equal. I don't think equal, balanced maybe is the word they're looking for. I don't know what it means to find life equal. Do you find life equal? I don't find life equal. That doesn't make sense. Balanced, maybe. And enjoyable, as they have a sensible period. I don't know about sensible. Can we describe a period of time as sensible? I don't think so. After an avalanche of continuous work, too emotive, too poetic, too flowery, not academic. Consequently, good signposting language. We do have good signposting language throughout this. As a result, consequently, cause and effect is generally well set up. The ideas are not great, but the way that it's set up is pretty good. Anyway, consequently, they are more likely to perform optimistically. I like this, more likely to. I don't know, again, if it's justified, if it's explained well, but I like the construction, functional language. They're more likely to perform optimistically. I don't know what it means to perform optimistically. You can perform well, you can perform efficiently, you can exceed your targets, you can meet your targets, but to perform optimistically in the workplace with their zealous power and attitude. Again, overly flowery, poetic, literary language. It's not academic. In conclusion, the suggestion of providing a holiday lasting 1 month, I like this participle, nice, lasting 1 month, lasting at least 1 month, has positive impacts. The suggestion has positive impacts, or giving the holiday has positive impacts? Because you're saying that the suggestion has positive impacts. So that's grammatically a little bit faulty. Has positive impacts in many aspects, from personal appearance, so it can make you look better. Where was that mentioned in your essay? That if you give people longer holidays, they will look better. And how is having positive, or how is having good personal appearance good for productivity? So that's not well explained. To a more satisfactory life. It is vitally important. Okay, vitally important is a nice collocation. Sorry, make that green. Is vitally important. It is vitally important for employers to propose this pattern. I don't know if we're just talking about them proposing it. I think we're talking about them implementing it, right? Not just proposing it. And again, pattern. Do you mean like work pattern, work schedule? Just using pattern by itself isn't explanatory. In order to, okay, cool. Now, again, candidate is very good with cause and effect language, cohesive devices to improve the development of an individual as well as society. We are not talking about developing individuals. We are not talking about improving society. The question asks you about performing better at the workplace. And this is why it's so important to read the question. We are not talking about just making employees happy. We're not talking about building a fair and equal society. We're not talking about protecting employees' rights. The question asks us to examine whether giving employees at least 1 month holiday will make them more productive. And that's where our focus should be. The candidate has failed to do that. Okay, so let's give some marks. Task response. It has to be 5 for me. So I have an understanding of, oh no, I won't write them down. So I have an understanding of the candidate's main ideas, but for me there are too many ideas. They are not very well explained. Cut down on the number of ideas and try to explain them better. Also, there are many aspects that are not connected to the question, especially in the conclusion where you're talking about the development of an individual and a society. We want to focus on being productive. Here we are talking about if we give if we give them holidays, they will find life more equal. That's not what we are asked to do. We are asked to talk about whether it will make them perform better at the workplace. So too many irrelevancies, and also you have too many ideas here. Coherence and cohesion. So there is a logical flow, and the cohesive language is strong. It's not fully connected to the question, but it is, and the way that it's set up is fairly understandable. But there are lots of cases where it's like, well, the language is there, but it's not really saying anything. Let's get to one example of that. Therefore, employees will have a strong possibility to avoid serious health. Okay, that makes sense, actually. But there were definitely a couple of examples where I felt, well, it's just a bit empty. Yeah. As a result, they will perform more creatively, and this can increase productivity. Maybe it's okay. Between a 6 and a 7, because the signposting language is very, very strong, and there is a logical flow, and the paragraphing is okay. Well, the paragraphing is suitable. Yeah, maybe there is enough coherence and cohesion. I don't know. I feel bad giving it a 7 for it. Certainly, the cohesive devices, the linkers, are good. Just feel some of the points are a bit empty, and okay, I'll be generous and give the 7 for it. Lexical resource. This one's pretty easy. That's definitely a 6. So you show a good lexical resource. You show a huge variety and a huge range of language. Unfortunately, a lot of the language you use just isn't suitable for this task. An avalanche of continuous work? No. Perform optimistically? No. Zealous power and attitude? No. Stunningly beautiful destination? No. This is academic. So you have a good range of vocabulary, but you are not using academic language. You are using creative, poetic, beautiful, literary language, and that's not what we want to see here. Grammatical range and accuracy. I think it was accurate, right? It is believed. We have some nice passive. Okay, there are some plausible reasons. Good. Generally, it is accurate. To ease such pressure. Okay, that's vocab. We get some modality. They will perform more creatively. Adverb. This can increase productivity as well as cool. Another reason why giving. So all of this in terms of grammar is very, very strong. That's beautiful subordination with the existence of such a long holiday. Could find life. That's good. Hedging. Do we have any mistakes here at all? I think we have a fantastic range of grammar. Just one moment. Yeah, I think I'll give the 8 for grammatical range and accuracy, so you have very few mistakes. There's quite a good range. Maybe a little more sophistication with the grammar, but I don't want to talk about grammar too much simply because there are other points that really should be talked about. So yeah, grammatical range and accuracy, absolutely fantastic here. I would guess that maybe the student has used a tool to maybe correct their grammar or maybe to improve the grammar. I don't know. Or maybe the candidate just has wonderful, wonderful grammar. So this one's a difficult 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very strange there. 5, 6, 7, 8. So of course that puts the score as a 6.5. So overall 6.5. What should you work on? Firstly, you have to stop using literary, flowery language because your lexical resource is actually very, very, very strong. If you replace all of this literary language with academic language, your lexical resource is probably close to an 8. So that's the first thing you have to fix. And the second is task response. You simply have to understand how to analyze a question, how to write, or how to think in an academic way. Again, so many now writing tasks twos. I say the same thing. The candidate doesn't know what an academic essay is. The candidate doesn't know what it means. And this isn't, a criticism of you personally, but we have conventions, right? We have normal rules about what academic writing is, what an academic argument is, what it means to put forward an argument, to support an argument, to give examples as evidence for that argument. The candidate doesn't have those type of skills. And also make sure that you read the question very, very carefully to understand what it is you're talking about. We are focused on giving holidays to make them more productive, not to make them necessarily happier. But yeah, I think I will leave it there. So I hope that video was instructive. I hope you found it useful. Please do let me know if you have any comments. Please like the video. It really does help. Thank you all for your support. And if you'd like your own free writing check, please do get in touch. And also if you'd like a free IELTS practice speaking test with feedback, also get in touch. Information on how to contact me is given below. Please do be patient. I have a lot of requests. I try to get back to as many people as possible, but I don't have time, unfortunately, to give everybody everything they want. But I'll leave it there for now. Thank you very much and goodbye.